Hello. Hi. Welcome. It is Tuesday afternoon or early evening, depending on where you are at. So, if you happen to watch this on replay, hashtag replay for me in the comments. If you come on live, say hello. Hi, Beverly. How are you today? You are the first one I see hopping on. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for sprinkling. Yeah, when you guys hop on, be sure and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what it's like where you're watching from. How's the weather? If you wouldn't mind sprinkling or spreading the craftiness, however you want to say it. I moved this board out of my way, and of course I need it. We are going to iron this piece of fabric real quick, and then we will get going. Hi, Becky. How are you today? So we're going to make a cover for the junk journal that we made today. And see how this goes. I just have water in there, so just trying to be able to get this ironed out. Hi, Agatha. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. Yeah, I'm a little later today. It just wasn't working for me to get on earlier. Hi, Tammy. Thank you guys for hopping on. So if you guys have been around a bit, you may remember this fabric. I used it on another project not too long ago. It was on a wood round. That project I have not finished. It is in my pile to be finished. You know, I could probably do a whole month of lives on just finishing craft projects, you guys. And that's not an exaggeration. I'm sure that would be fun and exciting, right? It's okay once in a while, but I don't think you'd want to watch a month of them. All right, I think this is ironed out now. I really like this material. It has like dandelions on it, and I think it's just really pretty. Hi, Beth. Is it Beth Ann? Bethine? Welcome. Thank you guys. If you wouldn't mind sprinkling the craftiness, the joy, spreading the joy, all those things, I would so appreciate it. Let me give you an idea of how big this is. It is, I'd say, it's right around 12 and a half, maybe 12 and 3/4. And then the other way, it is just about 10 and 1/4. So I just laid out the junk journal that we're making yesterday, and I wanted a little bit on every side so we can tuck it in. So that was the goal with that. And we are going to Mod Podge this on here. So we will do one side and then the other, the front cover and the back cover. So we're making a cover for our junk journal, in case you guys weren't with me yesterday. I have been working on this one. If you guys have been with me for a while, you've probably seen me work on it. Hi, Beth. This is also fabric, but this is a duck cloth, so it's a heavier duty fabric. What I'm going to use today is just a cotton. So any kind of cotton fabric that you can get. I was going to see how that works so you guys can see it. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a cover on our junk journal. So this is approximately 12 and 3/4 by 10 and 1/4. The 12 and 3/4 is the length. So we want to center, let me show you guys how it all glued together too, so you can see from yesterday what it looks like. See, it did pretty well, and I had a book setting on it until I got ready to, hi Gloria, go live today. But all the pages, you know, they look good. They're all glued down with that hinge, the hinges that we were making. And so I think all our edges are good. This one may need a tiny bit more glue on that side. If you guys can see, it's just, I must not have gotten as much right there. Hi Susie, welcome from Denmark. I appreciate you watching today. We are working on junk journals this week. Yesterday we made this one, and now we're going to make a cover for it today. So I'm just putting a little bit more of the tacky glue in there. You could also, I'm sure, hot glue this. I just like the tacky glue because you're not getting those hot glue lines, you know, like you get when you try to glue something. So I think this works a lot better. So I'm just going to hold that closed for a minute so it will set. Now that I have glue on my fingers. Hi Maxine, how are you today? Afraid everybody, I even forgot to say welcome. Well, I said welcome, but I didn't say. I'm Darlia Sawyer, and I am owner of Darche Designs. I live in western Colorado, very near the Utah border. Our climate is pretty deserty, although we are only an hour away from mountains and lakes and all the green, and so it's kind of the best of both worlds here. And we have we can get pretty warm in the summers and pretty cold in the winters, but we are mostly sunny here. This is one of the places that gets the most sunny days. So, hi Rita. Okay, hopefully that is down good now. So I'm going to use the fabric Mod Podge because we are using fabric, right? Hi Don, welcome. And this was going to kind of crinkle up your page when you get it wet, but like I said, if you keep those books on it in between, or something heavy on it in between working on it, then that will keep that to a minimum as it dries. We want to center this on our fabric before we get going because we want to make sure we have enough fabric on both ends to be able to tuck around this book. And I mean, you guys can make any kind of book this way. It doesn't obviously have to be a junk journal. We could add in just normal pages, you know, with lines on it too if we wanted, and all those things. So, and it looks like it's pretty good. We have about the same, hopefully you guys can see that, on each side. It doesn't have to be exact because I usually cover over this page anyway, so you're not going to see those raw edges of your fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay some Mod Podge right here on the end so we can get it tucked over on the length side, or the long, well actually this is the long side, so I guess it would be the shorter side because we want to do our long side last. So we just want to lay that down there, smooth it out, and fabric is pretty easy to work with Mod Podge. And like I said, you don't have to worry that this is, you know, going to be even because you're going to be covering over that. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold that like that back over, and then we're going to do this side of the page. So how are you guys doing today? And if you guys are new, once we reach 10 viewers in our comments, which we already did, I will pick somebody to go into our Blessings Bloom surprise package drawing. And how I do that is at some point in the month, I go back through all the videos and see how many viewers they had on them. And then I will pick that many names to go into the drawing for each video. And then at the beginning of each month, I will be picking a winner for the surprise package. And so how you get your name possibly into that drawing is just to be commenting. And how we can get more names into the drawing is just to get that viewer count up. And that happens when you guys sprinkle, spread the blessings, comment, smash the emojis, all those things. Bring engagement to the video, and Facebook will start spreading it out there more. So all of those things are huge helps in having that happen. And of course, the more names that go in, the more comments you make, the more chance you have of winning. So thank you guys. That's my little talk about that. I appreciate you all being here today. We are doing Junk Journal Week. I think tomorrow we are going to make a smaller junk journal. And then Thursday we're going to take a little break from junk journal because I don't know if you guys remember, but on the Craft Around the Clock group that I'm in, they were doing tie-dye week, and I didn't get to do that because family was sick and so on. And so we're going to do that on Thursday morning at 10:30. Then my little granddaughters and I are going to be tie-dyeing. I'm sure you won't want to miss that for a few laughs. And then Friday we're going to pick it up again, and we're going to make, I think I kind of made out a schedule for the week. And as long as everything goes okay and I can get on, like I'm wanting to, I think we're going to make a junk journal out of something different. So I'm hoping it will be a fun week for you guys. I know you've been asking for, the instructions on how to make it, the one that we've been working on off and on again. So this is the week I'm showing you guys, and I'm not just showing you the one that I've made. I'm going to be branching out and showing you guys some different ones too. And then hopefully we can fit in doing some pages too. So that's the week. We're going to be busy with our junk journals. So if you guys don't have one, if you've never made one, this is the week to be watching. And we started yesterday making this one. So if you missed that video, be sure and go back and watch that one. So we're just doing the same thing. I'm just putting the Mod Podge down in sections here because I want to keep it as tight as possible, not getting any wrinkles hopefully in there. And as you can see, we're starting to, the binding of that book is happening. So we're getting that covered. And I want to do more of these theme type weeks where we will take something and we'll just work all week on it. I want to do like a resin week, and I don't know. We're just going to do a lot of different things. I've been trying to come up with things like that. And it'll be easier for me because I will know, oh, this week we're just focusing on that. So I can kind of, gauge everything toward that. And I'm sure some weeks will be more popular than others. But hopefully you guys will let me know the ones you like the best and the ones you really like and stuff, or the ones you're like, maybe not so much. I would appreciate doing that. And then that helps me know, where do I focus my time and you guys' time in the future. So anyway, we are getting this fabric onto our book. And this is going to give our book more stability. The fabric is. You can also use paper. You can also use napkins. You can use all different types of fabric for sure. It's whatever you guys enjoy and have on hand, because you definitely don't have to go out, and buy something specifically for it. And we're going to talk about also what junk journals are used for more and some ideas of what, I know of. And then you guys can give me what you've heard of too. So, all right, now we're folding this over onto our back cover and we're still Mod Podging. And I would say once this dries, I would go back through on these raw edges and just Mod Podge over them to make sure they're gonna stick down there for you and stay in place. And once you cover it with something else, that's also gonna help that process. So I did kind of get that out a little far. So there is our front, there is our back, and now we're gonna work on getting these ends tucked over. Hi Glow, how are you today? It's been a little bit since I saw you, a few days anyway. So how exactly did I do this one? I think I just kind of, tucked them over, nothing fancy. So we're just going to bring that up. And we don't really want any stray, threads hanging out. We can just cut those off. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Mod Podge there. So I'm trying to remember how I did the inside of the binding when I did this on the other book. I think I'm going to have to make a cut down there. So you guys, have you had a busy day of crafting, watching, or have you been crafting, or are you being busy right now getting dinner together? Yeah, journaling is fun for sure. It is a lot of fun. So we made this one yesterday, so if you didn't catch the video, you can go back and watch it. And now we're putting a cover on it. This is going to be junk journaling week, so all week we are going to be, well, except for Thursday. Thursday will be the exception. So I'm going to go and kind of, I probably should have done this first, make a slit where that binding is, where the ends to all of the pages are that we did, because we are going to tuck that fabric inside and glue it once we get all our other ends together. So I'm just didn't quite cut it all the way to the end. I get those fur babies, right? They are demanding. I know. Mine are the same way. So we're going to do this time before I Mod Podge it down. Cut it almost to the end of where this book is, but not quite all the way. And then we're going to Mod Podge and fold that down. But we love them, right? Definitely. They are a ton of company. Got a little bit too much Mod Podge going there too. The fabric Mod Podge, in case you guys haven't used it, is a lot thicker than the regular kind. And what I like about it is, I feel like this side is just a little bit too long, is you don't see that wet or kind of sticky looking stuff from the Mod Podge going through the fabric. So that is the best part of using the fabric kind. And I'm definitely going to have to dry this before I close it. Yeah, she's been around enough that she knows that she can get what she wants. She gets special treatment, right? And you can also glue some of the areas if they don't quite stick down the way you want them to with the Mod Podge. Like These are folded over twice, so you know they're not wanting to stick quite as well. But when I went back over it with some Mod Podge, it seems to be doing fine. So once you get your junk journal covered, then you're gonna, of course, want to figure out what you're putting on the front of it. And I had an idea that I thought I would start with you guys at least. We'll see how far we get with it. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to cut down almost to the edge of our book here and fold that up. And then we're going to Mod Podge that down and do the same on the other end. Hi Carla, how are you today? Welcome tonight, this late afternoon, depending on where you're living. Again, I'm going to just cut a little bit of this off. It's just a little bit too long. I did move my trash can back from yesterday, so I can be happy now and get all my stuff thrown away. Hey, Selena. Welcome. And if you guys are new to my page, I would love to have you follow. And even if you followed in the past, Facebook has been updating it again and doing some crazy things. So if you aren't getting notifications, be sure and go. All you have to do is tap on the screen when I'm live, and it will bring up 3 dots that you click on, and you'll see if you're following me. And then you can also click to get all notifications if you want to know when I'm going live. Hopefully Facebook will send that out to you. Usually they will. Sometimes it may be a bit late, but that was really funny, Agatha. She is really demanding. You know what the 4-year-old does? We have 2 Dachshunds. So we have one that is a puppy. She's not a year yet. And then we have one that's 3. She'll be 4 in October. I'm already calling her 4. I don't know why. So you know the door jambs that you have to block the door from hitting the wall? Well, she hits that with her paws and she gets that going. So it's like making tons of noise when she wants food or water. So that's that's how she lets us know she's hungry or needs something. It's pretty funny what they learn and decide to do to let you be aware of their needs. Even though they can't talk, they're going to get it across. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. Thank you guys for hopping on today. I so appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind sprinkling out this, or however you like to say it, we're spreading out the junk journaling this week, which means SHARE. Facebook doesn't like us to say that, so we try to avoid that word, but thank you, Agatha. We never, it obviously slips here and there, so yeah, it's trying to get Mod Podge. Let me dry these a little bit before we get things stuck places we don't want them, right? At least get some of that dry. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. And I like, oh, we got yours started, Mary. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, these are so great to do so many things with, and we'll be going over those ideas one of the days too. And I'm sure you guys can think of a lot. All right, let's see if that... I did see your message, Mary, too. For those of you who may not know, I don't have a website yet. You know, I had one, and then it changed so much that my husband decided he was going to redo it for me. And of course, you know, life is busy and he hasn't been able to get to that. Well, then I've had an Etsy store for years. I mean, I started it years and years ago, but I just don't have much in there. So I think I have one snowman kit in there right now. I don't know. I've got to get way better about getting stuff in there too. I just had so much going on the last couple of years that between illnesses and, you know, family things and so forth, it just hasn't been happening. But the amount of hours I watch my grandchildren should be starting to come down soon because my daughter is going to be working less hours. So I'm hoping that's going to free up some time for me to work on these things. Okay, we're gonna cut off this now pretty close to the edge there. I may have to even cut it off more. We are gonna stick it down inside if I can get it in there. Let's see. I think about doing the cover, this is the hardest probably part of it. It's just getting this fabric down in there or paper or whatever you're using. And our sides are really wet right now, so they're floppy. But once they dry, they will get better. Mary, this is fabric that I'm using right now. It's just plain cotton fabric. On the other junk journal, the first one I did, it is a duck cloth, which is a heavier cotton fabric than just, you know, 100% cotton is. I'm going to cut it a little bit more. So, yes, my website and my Etsy store are a work in progress. And my husband, if you guys have been following me for a bit, just started a new job the 1st of May. His other job was very, very consuming of time, so we are hoping this one will bring a change with that. Right now he's still, you know, learning and training, so he's still being doing quite a few hours, but it already has been quite a bit different. So you're just going to tuck that down in there. And then I would either just put some of the tacky glue down in here to hold that fabric or some Mod Podge, whichever you want to do. You just want to keep that fabric tucked in there so it won't be coming out. Probably the best bet is the tacky glue. Now again, you're not going to want that to adhere to the back of your pages there. Whoops, this one's almost gone. I need the other one. Because you don't want the fabric stuck to your pages. You want the fabric to be able to be separate from your pages and be able to move there. So I'm just going to go in. I think I'm just going to put it on the end of this paintbrush. Will probably be the easiest. And just get some glue down there on that fabric to hold it in place. A toothpick would probably work the best if you have any toothpicks. I don't have any here right now. I may come back. I'm not sure I got that one edge completely in there. No, Mary, it can be paper, it can be whatever you want to use for it. Napkin, fabric is gonna be a little bit sturdier and keep it a little bit what is the word I'm trying to say? It's gonna give it a little more sturdiness. That's the only word I can think of right now, you guys. It's funny how words escape you at times. All right, so we've got that one tucked in. We're gonna go ahead and get some glue down in there. Just to hold that fabric down in there. Paper might be a little bit easier, and that's giving you another layer of paper, and it might be a little bit easier to work with. I like the fabric, but we'll cover one this week with paper and see how it goes. Abby, would you mind rinsing that out for me? My oldest granddaughter is awake. That's funny. You're grabbing a toothpick as I'm saying it. All right. So that I'm just going to hit with our heat tool real quick too. What I was going to say, I don't think I finished saying it, was I think I did a little bit better at doing the hinges inside the book this time than I did the first time. I had a lot of extra go, let me show you guys, onto some of the pages when I did this first one, and it just, let's see, that one wasn't too bad, but this one definitely, and then it kind of stuck up there. And I mean, we can cover all that, but more body, that's a good word. But this time, and I think I made them wider this time, and I think I actually like it being wider because we can just cover that right up when we do our pages. So yeah, all right, so we've basically got our cover on now. We are just going to, I'm going to show you one idea I had for making something for the front of it. Let me show you guys how it all looks now closer up. So there's our front and back cover, and then there's our ends. So that's awesome, Mary. So I thought last time I used this fabric, what I did with it was felt flowers. So I thought we would try that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this up so it can dry. I'm going to move it to the side a little bit while it's working on drying. And I used white and like a plum color and a sage green when I did the flowers for the wood round we were doing. And those colors go really well with this fabric. I am not going to make any of our bigger roses because I feel like that's just a little bit too big. So I'm just going to make some little kind of poofy ones, and we'll see how that goes. So to give you an idea, you can make them like as big as this, or so here's some of the ones I made, or you can make them smaller like the middle on this one, and this is also smaller. I did this one, but as you can tell, these are all way too big for this little junk journal. And of course, the big flower. So I think we're going to do like a flower week too. It's kind of on my agenda, felt flowers and other flowers. So there's that one I feel like is really pretty. So yeah, there's just some ideas. I've got a few in here. And it's always good to make a few of these up because you never know when you might want to add them to a project. So actually I have more in here than I think I do. There's that. And then we have that one. As you can tell, I was probably making most of these in the fall due to the color choices. So yeah, we've got some going there, and I even have a green one started. We're waiting to be rolled. Okay, back on track, Darlia. So I'm going to put these back inside. I just wanted to give you an idea of all the different ones I had in here. And you could make it bigger for the front cover. It's whatever you want to do. I think I still need some of this color to go on the wood round that I haven't finished yet. So let me see if I can do something else. But this color palette with this fabric looks really good. And all of this came from Hobby Lobby. This fabric did and the felt did. And it's normally 33 cents. Oh, thanks, Mary. I will see you later. Enjoy your seminar. That should be fun. Okay, you guys. Why don't we just make a little white one to start with? So these are super simple. All you're going to do is cut a strip of fabric. And it can be however wide you want. And since I'm wanting these to be pretty little, I'm going to do it about an inch. Normally when I'm just doing it for flowers, I would say I'm probably doing about 2 inches. But this one we're going to do about an inch. We're going to take this, fold it over, and then we're going to glue along the edge that isn't folded. So our open edge, we're going to run some hot glue along there and then start folding that over. Hey Dana, how are you tonight? Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate you guys. Working on junk journals this week. You know, felt would be a pretty good fabric to cover a junk journal with too. Or you could even do a fleece. That would be cool. So many ideas. If you want it to be really soft, you could do that really nice fleece. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I appreciate you. For sure. So we're just going along that edge, gluing it down. I think it would be cute to make one out of jean material too. And that one would really probably hold up well. Okay, we've got our strip glued. Hopefully it is holding together. Sorry, I had to take a drink, tickle in my throat. So now we're going to cut from the folded edge down, not all the way through. We want to stop a little ways from our end. Oh no, Agatha, your phone died. That's no fun. So we're just going to cut down there. And I'm not sure how wide I'm making these. Usually I you don't want to cut through it like that. It's hard not to do. It's once your scissors get going, it's hard to stop it sometimes, especially when it's this small. So let's see what I can do with the rest of this. There's a reason why you don't make it this small. I probably need smaller scissors. It's just that these are so long. You push on them and it gets going too far. This may not work, you guys. I'm trying to cut. It just happens. Okay, guys, you can give me laughy faces. Let's see if we have any sort of flower by the time I get through here. You want to start with a really long strip because you don't know how much you're going to cut off. I was really trying to watch it too. It's like, you know, you don't think you go far enough, so you're like, oh, I'm just going to go a tiny bit more. And then that tiny bit does it for you. You're all the way through. So yeah, it's much harder doing it this small than it is. I wanted to go more, but I'm not going to. Like, I will end up cutting it off for sure. It takes concentration. So yeah, you're thinking these are really simple, you know, all you have to do is not cut all the way through. But even when I do them longer, I still cut through them sometimes because I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, I need to go a little bit further with that. And then guess what? I cut all the way through. I think that will be fine. We're going to go ahead and start rolling it up. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue on it's the end that we glued together because the folded end is where we were cutting through. And then we're going to start just rolling it. We folded it over, glued that edge, and now we're going to roll. And we're just trying to keep our felt even so we have a pretty flat base to put down on our book or whatever we're using it on. Thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate it. So we're just gonna roll this. Obviously it's not very big, so it shouldn't take us very long to roll it up here. And you don't have to glue the whole way as you're going. It just keeps it a little bit tighter if you do, but it's totally up to you on how you want your flower to look. So I thought this is one thing for sure we can use for our cover because I really couldn't think of anything else I wanted on it at the moment. But that, you know, can always come to you later too as you're working on the inside of your junk journal and you start seeing a theme or something emerge. The one part of the edge that I glued was coming open a little bit, so I had to stick some more glue in there. Oh, yeah, definitely can laugh at myself because I feel like it's funny. Definitely funny. I'm not perfect by any means. We all struggle, right? And though I would like to get on here and have everything go perfectly, and you guys are like, wow, look at her. That's not going to be the case. Things are going to happen. And we've had some really funny things happen on here. I must admit, it's like at some point I need somebody to go back through all the videos and make a blooper thing, right? And when I'm feeling sad, I can always watch my little blooper reel. Okay, we are almost to the edge here. Of course, your glue sticks always run out when you're almost done, but not quite. And you can do multiple little strips like this, and you could add another color around this. That's how I got those multicolored ones that I was showing you at the beginning. And do you think this is probably a good size though for this? Thanks, Agatha. I have a glue messes going on here. Okay, so let's say this is our front cover because we haven't designated anything yet. These would be really cute. And then we can make a few colors. We don't have to do just white. We can make one a little bigger, and we can make, I don't know if you can make it smaller because Darley's bloopers, yeah. You never know, maybe that would be the best. Get the most watchers, right? So I'm just gonna cut out a little leaf. And we could put that in there. I think, I mean, you could just keep it white and green, definitely, but adding another color in here, like I said, the plum goes really well. It's really pretty with that. I don't know, I wasn't seeing anything in here that, well, I don't know. No. No. Definitely not that one. You could do ivory and white roses for sure. Kind of have like this wine color that might not be too bad. That would actually be kind of pretty. Hi Deborah, how are you tonight? Yellows you could put in here. There's like a mustard yellow, that would be pretty. So yeah, if you guys have felt and you decide to do something like this, you could definitely work with it and see what you like the most. But yeah, you can just cut out little leaves, stick them where you want. And you could do your flowers in the corner, you could do it in the middle. But I'm kind of thinking, you know, I might want something else on here, so I'll probably keep them down at a corner. You could definitely do either the inside corner or the outside corner. Hi Carol, how are you tonight? Yeah, I think the mustard is really pretty, and that is something I didn't necessarily think about. But yeah, I kind of feel like this, the wine color and the plum are definitely colors you can use with it. Thank you for the hearts. So, I will probably work on a couple more flowers. You can also go back and add these pieces that you cut off if they're fairly big, like this one was a pretty good size one, and that will just make it a little bigger. And you're not going to be able to tell that you did that because it's already, you know, cut. So once you glue it on there, you're not going to be able to see that. So yeah, you don't have to throw them away or waste them. Now the one that I cut off individually, maybe you don't want to do that one, but we have till 8, Mary. But we made the little flower, and then I was trying to come up with, well, you missed the funny part though, Mary. You'll have to go back and watch that. And then we were trying to find other colors that would go good with our cover, and I feel like the mustard would. This is kind of like a wine color, and that would look good with it. And then the plum color. They all look really good with the white and the greens. So anyway, that's one idea for a cover for your junk journal. And I'll keep thinking of trying to add something else on here. It just wasn't coming to me today. So I'm kind of like, I'm not going to stress about it. I just need to get on and, you know, show you guys and give you an idea. So, but I think these little flowers would be really cute. You could probably make a smaller version of the rose too. This is the pattern for it. I will look and see if I can find a pattern, or maybe I can try and make one of my own. It shouldn't be that hard. And if I do that, I will also show you guys that tomorrow, or, you know, whenever I get it together this week during Junk Journal Week. Like I said, Thursday we won't be doing junk journals. We'll be doing tie-dye. yeah, you can definitely use the frames, and that is what I used on this one. It was a wood frame, I think out of, I can't remember if it was Paper Studio or what, but I know there's metal ones and you can put something inside of it. I haven't done that yet. I didn't know if I was gonna put a picture. I think I left one of, maybe not. I was thinking I left one of the ends open, but it seems like I must have glued it all down. But yeah, eventually I want to put something in here. This cover isn't done either, because, you know, I don't know if you guys are like me, but you can start a project, and obviously as you get going on it, it evolves. And this one I just wanted to do all different kinds of styles in it, so you guys could just see all the different things, you know. It's not really themed or anything, but we can definitely make ones that are themed. And this one, like I said, is about half the pages that the other one is, so it's not going to be as big, but it seems more doable to me. And I think I probably should have started with this one because I could have gotten through it faster. So yeah, I'm just here trying to give you guys ideas, and you guys can run with those, and I know you all have great ideas of your own, so I would love for you guys to show me what you do too. I have 2 pages now. It's Crafters Gotta Craft. I think it's Dark Shade Designs Crafters Gotta Craft. And if you guys join that one, it's a free group. You can post anything that you make in there. I would love you to do that. Ask questions, encourage whatever. And then I just made a new page. I haven't even tried to get anybody into it yet, and it's going to be called Crafting Through the Seasons. And people can post their projects, post lives in there, and I may try to do some event type things in there. I don't know. I've had all these ideas, you know. It's just like I gotta kind of take it one thing at a time. So we'll see how it goes. I started the napkin group, so that's going. And I have the other idea with like the home decor kitchen type box will be the next thing on my plate. But I have lots of ideas, you guys. No shortage of ideas for what I want to do. But it's the time, right? All right, guys. You have a wonderful night. And thank you so much for being on here with me. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm thinking it will probably be afternoon when I come on live too. And then Thursday will be morning at 10:30 my time, which is 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central. And then Friday, I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know when we get closer to that. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a blessed night. Be blessed, you guys. And I hope things are going well for you. And remember, if you guys ever need prayer, just message me, comment, whatever you're comfortable with. You don't even have to say what it's for. I would consider it an honor to pray for sure. So thank you, Agatha. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you all.